The world has never been more connected, and yet never more empty. Look around. Endless pleasure at your fingertips. Infinite distraction. One swipe away. But behind all the stimulation, there is silence. A silence so loud that it terrifies all of us. And so, you fill it with noise, with consumption, with lust. Not because you are evil, but because you are empty. There is a truth no one dares to speak. When a soul no longer knows what it's living for, it begins to live for pleasure. Pleasure becomes the stand-in for purpose. Desire becomes the disguise of despair. The philosopher Viktor Frankl once said, "Man has lost his instincts and his traditions. No longer does he know what he must do or even what he wants to do." This is the existential vacuum, the silent epidemic of our time. You can see it everywhere, in the eyes of the man who scrolls endlessly at midnight, seeking something he cannot name. In the woman who trades affection for attention. In the countless people who mistake arousal for connection and dopamine for love. But lust cannot fill a spiritual void. Just as water cannot satisfy a hunger for meaning. Pleasure promises presence, but delivers absence. The more you feed it, the hungrier you become. Why do you think people today feel more restless than ever? Because they have replaced creation with consumption, love with lust, purpose with pleasure. They chase climax and not connection. They seek the high, not the meaning. The body screams louder than the soul whispers. And in that noise, most never hear the whisper. The existential vacuum, it does not announce itself. It creeps in quietly until even your pleasures taste bland and even your victories feel hollow. That's why so many chase stronger pleasures to silence that whisper again. But the silence always returns. You see, desire isn't the enemy, it's the symptom. It's the soul's way of crying out, "I am hungry, but not for this." And so long as you keep feeding that hunger with lust, you will never discover what it was truly craving. Meaning, connection, and creation. When you fill your time with purpose, when you create, build, sell, or love, that same energy that once sought pleasure transforms into power. The same fire that burns you can also light your way. The question is not how to suppress desire, but how to transcend it. Meaning is the only thing strong enough to silence the vacuum. Purpose is the only thing deep enough to replace the abyss. So ask yourself, when the rush is gone and the silence returns, what will be left? Will you keep chasing the next thrill? Or will you sit long enough to listen to the whisper beneath the noise? I am not here to condemn pleasure, only to remind you that you are not meant to drown in it. You are meant to rise above it.